Hey YouTube, this is Mitch. Today I'm going to do a little video about my other growing area. This is a front hall closet where we just have some shelves for storage, and I got some light units and hung them in here, and this is kind of what started me growing orchids under lights again. I did grow plants and orchids under lights when I was a kid, under some old units that my dad brought home for me, but I could never really get things to really grow and bloom well under those lights. A lot of them just had really nice leaves, and that was about it. It was really hard for me to get anything to flower, but because I ran out of space, I decided to give it a try again. I saw some people who had really nice results on Instagram, so I bought some T5 or T10 high output units. So that's what I have here. I have two on these metal shelves, and they're about 4 foot long each, and they each have 4 bulbs. So they look like that, and then 2 of the bulbs are normal bulbs that came with the units, and then the other 2 are one special bulbs for blooming. So I just alternate them, and the plants seem to be doing really well. I have a few things that are starting to bloom here, so I'll just show you really quickly. This is my little Cattleya schroderae, and it should have these beautiful pink blossoms. This is the first time that this plant is going to bloom for me. I got it a few years ago, and I don't know, it took its time getting ready to bloom, so I was really happy this winter seeing the buds emerge. Another one that's budding up here in the back is this Cattleya trianae. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Cattleya trianae, and it should have a pinky white flower with purple on it. I'll do a little update video once it's blooming, but again, I was really happy to see that this one is blooming as well, getting ready to bloom. Here's another little one that's blooming. This is a little one. I forget the name of this. This is it's a little Laelia. I think it's Laelia pumila or Laelia alba. No wait, Laelia pumila alba, I'm pretty sure. So I have 2 of them, and I've been waiting about a year for them to bloom, and this one just shot out a nice flower, so I'm just waiting for it to open all the way, and then I'll bring it upstairs to display. One in the back here that I noticed the other day is this. It's a Dendrobium, I think it's a Kingianum, or no, this is a Dendrobium speciosum cross, and this is another one. I bought this one 2 years ago, and it didn't really do anything. It just kind of sat there. It didn't put out a new growth, nothing. It just put out a lot of roots from what I could tell, because when I water the pot, there's a lot of roots in the bottom. But then this winter, I noticed that in here, this little like thing got really fat, this little sheath. And then now I noticed in the last week that it's just shooting out this big long spike. So I'm really excited to see what the flowers look like. Here, let me see if I can see the name here. This is Dendrobium rupianum or jonesii. So I think it has white or yellowy star-like flowers. So pretty excited to see that getting ready to flower. Down here I have a little dendrobium that's getting ready to flower. This one doesn't have a tag in it, but it's one of my favorites, and usually see it has 2 opening up here, and then it has a bunch of little buds in the back as well. I'm sorry, I forget the name. I should have brought the tag out before I started filming, but I'll put the name of the plant in the description of the video. This is a really easy one to grow as well, and I love the color, and it has a really nice scent as well. This is another little dendrobium that you can see is getting little buds. It's going to flower as well. And this is actually where I have a lot of my dendrobiums. So this closet actually, it's not heated, so I think one of the things with, especially like these Cattleyas, that I had trouble getting them to bloom. Oh, there goes the lights. Sorry about that. They're all on a timer, so it's the time for them to turn off. But anyway, what I was saying was I had trouble blooming some of these plants, and I think what I was doing wrong was I was watering them too much. So this winter what I did was really let them dry out. It gets really cold in this closet. Oh, yeah, foiled again. Anyway, the plug came out, so anyway, this time it should work. So what I was saying was a lot of these plants, I think I watered them too much in the winter time, and this year I let them dry out a lot while the temperatures got really cool, because this is an unheated little closet, and it's on the outside of the house, so with the doors closed it does get quite cool in here at night, like sometimes less than 10 degrees. And this year I just kind of let them dry out, and it looks like they really liked it, especially that dendrobium in the back. I think it really likes the cool temperatures, and so this year I moved a lot of my Dendrobium nobiles here too, so that they like it nice and dry, cool and bright. And so I'm hoping that this year they all really bud up, because the last few years I let them grow outside and only a few of them bloomed really well for me, to be honest, because they just didn't like it. But in here I think it's because it's nice and bright. Yeah, I don't know if you can see here, but there's these little nubs are starting to grow, and that's where the flowers are going to come out. So I'll do a little update when they're blooming. But anyway, I let these plants get really dry in here, and with the cool temperatures it's nice and bright, and it looks like a lot of them are starting to bud. Even this is this weird little Paphiopedilum that I've had for years, and this year you see that little bump in there. That's the flower spike. Finally, I've had this plant for like 4 years, and it's tiny, like look at the size of my thumb. Anyway, I've been waiting for it to bloom. It's a little bit too bright for it under these lights, I think, because you can see the leaves are kind of yellow and it's very, very small. So, but anyway, it's gonna bloom, so I'm really excited about that. One thing I would change about these lights is that they're a little bit too close to the plants, to be honest. So I wouldn't say they're set up perfectly, but I don't have a lot of room, so I do what I can. The leaves are a little bit too yellow. See, they're getting a little bit too much light. But anyway, I'm gonna move this setup in the next few months, and then I can raise the lights up a little bit more. Like I said, this is something I just started doing in the last couple of years, so I'm living and learning. And yeah, one thing I would do is just put these lights about 6 to 10 inches higher than they are, so that the leaves aren't quite so close to the bulbs, and I think the plants would grow a lot better with them set up like that. But otherwise, I think with the cold temperatures and the brightness, you can see a lot of nice blooms are going to be coming my way in the next few months. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video about that. Oh, one more thing. When you're growing under lights, another thing that makes a big difference is changing the length that the lights are on. So what I do is in the summer, when the days are really long and you know it's summertime, so I turn the lights on. They're up about 14 to 16 hours a day. But then as the fall comes along, I set the timer once a month. I knock it down, so it's about a half hour less light every day until about Christmas time. And then that's kind of like simulating, you know, the seasonal changes in light. And that's also the time when it's the coolest temperatures, so shorter day, cool temperatures. And that's one thing I noticed this year, that, yeah, now I'm getting a lot more flower buds, and the plants are really responding to that. So if you're having trouble getting things to bloom under lights, that's one little thing I'm learning, is that it really makes a big difference to kind of try and simulate the seasons and day length for the lights being on and off, as well as temperatures, like really warm in the summer and cooler in the winter, seems to make a big difference with these plants. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'll do a better one about growing things under lights when I have a little bit more time, but I just wanted to do a quick one today. Thanks for watching. Bye.